CMSB also plays an important role in supporting Sarawak infrastructure and economic development. So now when we look at the recent developments of CMSB, Cahaya Mata Sarawak Berhad benefits from infrastructure projects due to increasing demand for its construction materials and services. And it has been expected to support future revenue growth. While CMSB also faced some challenges of corporate governance due to leadership changes, and governance issues have affected the investor confidence, thus created the uncertainty in the short term. In addition, delay and rising costs in the Sama Laju prospect projects, it creates increased financial pressure and cautious market influence. While the objective of company analysis is that to analyze the CMSB history to share price influence, compare the CMSB performance with the ASEAN market, to identify trends, drivers, and technical signals. Thus, we recommend an appropriate investment strategy. But the key findings of this company analysis is that CMSB is underperformed the FDFLCI during the analysis period by the percentage change of CMSB is 2.1%, while the ASEAN market is 10.23%. And I would like to be upfront to you that in the price in the report, we have used the wrong price due to the misleading the price in the chart. So now we look at the key findings. The key findings is that the trend indicators are remain bearish, while the indicators that we are using such as the RSI, William percentage R, LDX, and Bollinger Bands show early signs of recovery with the overall recommendations of gold supply. Now I'm going to pass to my friends.
Next is trend analysis for Cahaya Mata Sarawak Berhad or CMSB. For this analysis, I use the simple moving average SMA indicator. Specifically, I use the single SMA line, which are the 15-day SMA shown by the blue line and the 200 SMA shown by the red line. Based on the chart, CMSB initially showed a strong primary bullish trend, represented by the ascending blue line, and during this period, the stock formed several higher high and higher lows, indicating strong buying momentum as buyers lead or drive the market. However, after reaching its peak in early 2026, the trend started to weaken. The stock formed lower low, lower highs and lower low, indicating that sellers are expecting to lead the market. This represented by the descending trend line, which shown by the bearish second trend. The SMA also acts as dynamic support and resistance. When the SMA is below the price, when the SMA is below the price, here it acts as a support, and when the SMA is above the SMA line, it acts as a sell signal. It acts as a resistance. In this chart, buy signal offers when the price cross above the SMA, and while the sell signal offers when the price below than the SMA. Before I continue, I just like to clarify that that there is more error on this side. This slide, the sell signal here should actually be here, and this similarly with the higher high here, which actually should be on the upper area. Also, less the lower low here is actually should be here. To continue, currently the stock is consolidating near the support area and is attempting to break above the descending resistance line. A successful breakout with stronger trending volume will continue the bullish trend, while a break below support may continue the bearish trend. Overall, CMSB moved from a strong primary bullish trend into a very secondary trend, and investors should wait for a confirmed breakout before making investment decisions. downtrend to the uptrend. First, before the pattern was formed, CMSP was in a downtrend. This showed that the selling pressure was strong and the market sentiment was bearish. Next, the price dropped and formed the first bottom here. After that, the price rebounded and moved towards the resistance line. However, the price failed to break the resistance line, so it dropped again and formed the second bottom near the sell support line. This is important because when the two bottoms are formed at almost the same support line, the same price level, it shows that the support area is strong. It also means that the sellers are becoming weaker. After the second bottom, the price started to rise again, and at the same time, the trading volume also increased, showing that the buyers were entering the market, or the buyers are more than the sellers. The pattern was confirmed when the price broke above the resistance line. This breakout shows that the buyer had gained control. After the breakout, there was a small pullback here. This means that the price moved down slightly before continuing its upward movement. The pullback also shows that the previous resistance may have become a new support level. Based on this pattern, the future price movement expected to be bullish. For investors, they may consider buying when the breakout happens, or they can wait for a pullback after the breakout confirmation. To manage this, the stop loss can be placed below the second bottom. The price target can be estimated by measuring the distance between the bottom and the resistance line, then projecting it upward from the breakout point. In conclusion, the double bottom pattern in CMSP is a positive signal that the share price has potential to increase in the future.
Next, I will continue with the head and shoulder top. This is a very reversal pattern that usually empress after an uptrend. This pattern consists of a left shoulder, head and right shoulder. In this slide, the price declined below the neckline, indicating a bearish reversal and generating a sell signal. This indicates that when momentum has weakened, the selling pressure has increased, and the stock expected to continue moving downward.
Now I'm going to explain about the triple top. So the triple top is one of the price reversals. So what is price reversal? Is that when the prior trend is different after the breakout resistance. So triple top is when the price of stock creates the three peaks and the very same price, identically the same price level. So we have the prior trend and the three tops are known as peak, which is the first top, second top, and third top with the break is equal. So at the prior trend we have a bullish. So after it enters the support line, it reaches the resistance line but fails to break the resistance levels. So for the first top, and it falls at the support line without breaking the support, and up to the second top and the third top. So the bounce of the resistance near the third peak is a clear indication that buying interest is becoming exhausted. So that means that after third tops is falling, it's going to fall below the support line that's created the breakout support. So when there is a breakout support, there is a bearish reversal which is bullish become bearish. And overall, when the triple top is developed, overall the volume is declining. This is because of the price is never going above, never break the resistance lines. So that is why the stock resistance prevented further price increases.
The golden cross generated a buy signal showing that buy momentum had strengthened and indicating potential bullish trend reversal. On the other hand, the red cross generated a sell signal showing that selling pressure had increased and the market had turned bearish. How do we identify the golden cross and red cross? A golden cross is formed when the 15-day SMA cross above the 200 SMA day to show that the medium term trend has become stronger than the long term trend, indicating increasing buying momentum and a potential bullish trend. Therefore, it is considered a buy signal. And for the dead cross, is when the 15-day SMA line cross below the 200-day SMA line. This indicates that the medium-term trend has weakened and selling pressure increasing, making a bearish signal and a potential sell signal. Besides that, the SMA also acts as a dynamic support and resistance whenever the share price rebounded from the SMA line, just like here. And it acts as dynamic support when repeated failure to break above the SMA line show that it was acting a dynamic resistance. Here. Therefore, based on the latest SMA analysis, the recommendation is for to sell because the stock is still below both the SMA 9, 15 and 200 day, and after that cross indicating that the bearish trend is still dominant. Although the recommendation in the report stated hold to sell, the current technical signals are actually leaning more towards the sell recommendation as there is still no bullish confirmation. However, we use hold to sell as a more cautious recommendation for existing investors.
Now we are going to talk about the Wheeler percentage R. So Wheeler percentage R is a leading momentum and trend indicator developed by Larry Williams. It is used to determine market entry and exit points. It's going to use a range of 0 to negative 100. Below negative 30 is overbought, while above negative 80 is oversold. So at here we can see that the red line here first. We have the sell signal here, which is overbought because of below negative 20. The sell confirmations at here because it crossed below negative 15. And when you look at the price, we also like the price shows decreasing. Same as the oversold here, green line here. We have the it shows oversold here with the sell buy signals cross above negative 15. And we shows at price at here. With the red line here also that shows the sell signals overbought because it below negative 20 with the sell confirmations at here cross below negative 50. Same as oversold with the buy signal, buy confirmations here because it cross above negative 50 with that price shows increasing. And overbought here because below negative 20 which is a sell signal with the sell confirmations cross below negative 50, which is same for oversold and overbought here. So we have the bearish divergence here where the divergence which is price indicator and price indicator have negative relationships. So which is when the price when indicator shows uptrend, the price shows downtrend. Price result. So at the Friday 26 June 2026, the value of Window
the selling pressure has eased, but my momentum is still not strong enough to confirm a bear strike. Therefore, the recommendation is hold as there is an RSI is not confirm a bear strike yet.
This is telling about the NDX. So, you can see that blue line show the blue line is the plus directional indicator. So when the blue line cross above the negative, the negative line is the orange line. The buy signal will occur when the positive VI cross above the negative VI, and the sell signal will show when the negative VI cross above the positive. So as you can see that here, late January, they have been the bearish signal, which indicate that the scalers start to regain the control of market. So in this way, there are bullish signal, this is a buy signal, at the early April and late April. So the crossover signal when the positive VI across the negative VI is where the buying momentum has increased, and you can see the price, the signal only temporary and not strong enough to return the bearish signal and the bearish trend. So at late of May, you can see there has a bearish signal, another sell signal. So after this crossover, show that the stock moving down lower, show that downtrend is continuing. So the NDX
certain technical indicators show an early sign of recovery. Therefore, the overall recommendation is called to buy. Where the existing investor should hold their position and the potential investor should wait for stronger voice information to provide.
That's all from us. Thank you for listening.
Dulu saya tanya soalan, mari soalan. Baik. Yang itu juga. Okay, how do you determine the buy and sell signal for the RSI? How do you determine?
Buy and sell signal for RSI.
The sale will happen after then just cross the overboard 70 RSI. Then the buy is happened when cross below the
Is it just below 30 and above 70 can categorize as buy and sell signal, or there is other conditions?
the volume and the price is the
that the only condition to state that that is the sell signal, or there is another condition. Faham tak soalan tadi? Is it just simply above 70 sell, or other condition?
Yes, it's only after an over 70 RSI.
You need to work over when the price crossover.
Cross RSI.
Cross 70 dia turun tu, tak ada sebenarnya.
Now what is it?
First need to look at the 70, above 70 or below 30, and then need to look at whether the RSI cross or not the overbought and oversold line. Overbought line tu dekat atas 70 tu, dekat mana? Sepatutnya dekat mana? Lagi? After above the 70, and then the RSI cross the overbought line dekat mana? Yang mana tentunya yang di kiri kanan dia punya tu.
So you want me to show up the value price or the RSI?
If you explaining the indicator, you need to look at the indicator, not the price. The price after that. Firstly, you look at the indicator. The price we want to know whether is it correct. The indicator give the decision to sell. Kalau dia tak correct, maksudnya tak betul. Tapi sekarang ni kat mana sell? Where is the sell signal yang betul-betul ni? Bukan ke atas je, bukan simply atas 70 all sell signal. Ataupun below 20 semua buy signal.
When it cross the 70?
Situ sepatutnya.
Oh.
Same goes to others. For the buy signal,
For the bicycle, when it goes below the 30. Right.
cross below the 30, but when the price want to cross above, above 30, dia selepas tu, bukan sebelum.
The cross line.
Dia nak cross line 30 tu. Selepas daripada dia cross 30, dia turun ke bawah, dia nak cross naik ke atas. That is the buy signal. So your decision for 5 indicators apa? Bollinger Band, who to buy? Why who to buy? Can you repeat your answer? price, okay, the price.
Didn't touch the upper band or lower band.
Didn't touch the upper band and lower band. So why hold to buy? Not hold to sell. You say you mentioned touch lower band. Why full signal? So now the price do not touch the touch. Touch or not touch lower band? If you mention touch, the decision should be buy or sell. So the price touch or not? Touch lower band. But you stated full signal. Why? Full signal. Yang mana satu ni tadi you cakap tak touch. Yang mana satu saya tak tahu jawapan yang satu. Dia touch ke tak touch? Dia kena jawab dulu touch ke tak touch. Kalau touch buat ke sell? Itu betul. Touch with by signal there is no confirmation yet. Sebab tu dia cakap apa? Hold to. Yelah, saya tanya you. Touch ke tak touch? Okay, for the SMA sell signal. Why sell signal?
Because the price is below than both of the SMA like 50 and 100.
Okay, you use double moving average or single moving average.
Double.
If you explaining the double moving average, you need to look at both moving average. Then yang you cakap tu sell signal tu sekarang ada ke tak? Signal itu dari signal sell signal ada ke? Ada. Division sepatutnya apa?
Full.
Whole. Why whole?
Because there is no cell signal here.
The fourth moving average itu apa?
Cross.
Ataupun SMA you pakai apa? 50 and 200. Not cross. 50 not cross above or below 200. That's why pun bukan di sel. Next, RSI. Everyday percentage R, decision. Apa ni decision?
What to buy, sir?
Why?
Because there is a buy signal by maximum confirmation because it does not cross above negative 50.
For the RSI buy, also buy. They also work. Go to buy. Why RSI go to buy?
Because it's going to downtrend.
Sini tak ada nilai. Tak ada bawah. Tak ada. Ada. Ada pula. Ada. Ada.
Wait, sir.
I think it was mistaken. I think it should be just full, not quarter by. Because
So there is two buy or sell. I want your justification. Betul tak pun? Kenapa you cakap mau to buy? Oh, betul. Kenapa tak mau to sell?
cross.